Imagine the excitement of a long-awaited family vacation. The bags are packed, the itinerary is set, and the anticipation is palpable. But what if, upon arrival, you discover that your children's names are mysteriously missing from the passenger list? This is the chilling tale of how our dream family trip spiraled into a nightmare, leaving us grappling with confusion, fear, and a desperate search for answers. It all began on a bright summer morning. The sun was shining, casting a golden hue over our suburban neighborhood. My wife Laura and I had been planning this vacation for months, a week-long cruise along the Caribbean, a perfect escape from the daily grind. Our two children, Emily, age 10, and Jake, age 8, were brimming with excitement, their faces lighting up at the mere mention of sandy beaches and turquoise waters. The days leading up to our departure were a whirlwind of activity. Laura meticulously organized our packing, ensuring that every essential item was accounted for. Emily couldn't stop talking about the dolphin excursion we had booked, while Jake was eager to explore the ship's arcade and swimming pools. The house buzzed with anticipation, the kind that makes time seem to drag as the departure date inches closer. Finally, the day arrived. We loaded our luggage into the car, double-checked our documents, passports, tickets in the cruise itinerary, and set off for the port. The drive was filled with laughter and chatter, the kids playing games in the back seat, their excitement contagious. As we approached the port, the sight of the massive cruise ship docked against the horizon took our breath away. It was a floating city, promising adventure and relaxation in equal measure. Navigating through the bustling port, we joined the throngs of travelers, each family eager to embark on their own journeys. The air was thick with the scent of salt water and the sounds of seagulls overhead. We approached the check-in counter, our documents in hand, ready to begin our adventure. The attendant, a young woman with a warm smile, took our passports and began typing into her computer. Her smile gradually faded, replaced by a furrowed brow. She glanced up at us, hesitation in her eyes. "I'm sorry," she began, her voice uncertain, "but I can't seem to find reservations for Emily and Jake in the system." A cold wave of confusion washed over me. "That can't be right," I replied, trying to keep my voice steady. "We booked this trip months ago. All four of us." Laura stepped closer, her face etched with concern. "Is there a mistake? We have confirmation emails and receipts." The attendant nodded, her fingers dancing over the keyboard as she searched. Minutes felt like hours as we stood there, the bustling port fading into the background. Finally, she looked up, an apologetic expression on her face. "I've checked thoroughly," she said softly. "The reservations for Mr. and Mrs. Thompson are confirmed, but there's no record of Emily and Jake." Panic began to set in. Laura pulled out her phone, quickly accessing her emails. "Here," she said, showing the screen to the attendant. "This is the confirmation we received. All four names are listed." The attendant examined the email, her frown deepening. "This is indeed a confirmation for four," she admitted, "but our system only reflects two. I don't understand how this could have happened." Our children stood close, sensing the tension. Emily's eyes were wide with worry, while Jake clutched his backpack straps tightly. I knelt down to their level, forcing a reassuring smile. "Don't worry, guys," I said, my voice calm despite the storm brewing inside. "We'll sort this out." Turning back to the attendant, I asked, "What can we do?" "There must be a way to correct this." She hesitated before responding. "Let me speak with my supervisor. Please wait here." As she disappeared into the back office, Laura and I exchanged anxious glances. This was supposed to be a seamless start to our vacation, and now we were faced with an inexplicable obstacle. Minutes later, the attendant returned with an older gentleman, his demeanor exuding authority. He introduced himself as Mr. Reynolds, the check-in supervisor. "Mr. and Mrs. Thompson," he began, "I've been briefed on the situation. I understand you have confirmation for four passengers, but our system only reflects two. I assure you, we'll do everything we can to resolve this." Laura's voice trembled slightly as she spoke. "How could this happen? We booked together, received confirmation, and now our children aren't on the list?" Mr. Reynolds sighed, a look of genuine concern on his face. "Occasionally, system errors occur, though they're rare. Let me make some calls and see if we can accommodate your children on this voyage." He stepped away, phone in hand, leaving us in a bubble of uncertainty. The kids sat on our luggage, their earlier excitement now overshadowed by confusion. I wrapped an arm around Laura, whispering reassurances. I wasn't sure I believed myself. Time dragged on as we waited. Other families moved past us, their check-ins smooth and uneventful. I couldn't help but feel a pang of envy and frustration. This was meant to be a joyous occasion, a break from reality, not a bureaucratic nightmare. After what felt like an eternity, Mr. Reynolds returned, his expression unreadable. "I have some news," he began, his tone measured. "We've managed to secure accommodations for Emily and Jake. However, due to the last-minute nature, their cabin will be separate from yours." Relief flooded through me, quickly followed by apprehension. "Separate? How far apart?" He consulted his tablet. "Your cabin is on deck 8, while theirs is on deck 10. We understand this isn't ideal, but it's the best we can do given the circumstances." Laura's grip on my hand tightened. "They're just kids. We can't have them 2 decks away from us." "I understand your concern," Mr. Reynolds said gently. "We can provide you with access cards to their room and ensure that our staff keeps a watchful eye. Additionally, the ship's security is top-notch. Your children will be safe." I looked at Laura, searching her eyes for guidance. This was far from what we had envisioned, but the alternative was canceling the trip altogether. Taking a deep breath, I nodded. "We'll make it work." Mr. Reynolds offered a reassuring smile. "I'll have staff escort you to both cabins and ensure you're settled in. If you have any concerns during the voyage, please don't hesitate to reach out." With that, we were led through the grand corridors of the ship. The opulence was undeniable. Marble floors, intricate chandeliers, and the hum of excitement from fellow passengers. Yet beneath the surface, a sense of unease lingered. We reached our cabin first, a spacious room with a balcony overlooking the endless ocean. The kids' cabin was 2 decks above, smaller but comfortable. We familiarized them with the room, emphasizing the importance of keeping their key cards safe and always informing us of their whereabouts. As we stood in their doorway, Emily's voice was small. "Why can't we stay with you?" Laura knelt down, brushing a strand of hair from Emily's face. "There was a mix-up, sweetheart, but we'll be together all day, enjoying the ship and the excursions.